What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the Addicted to Madden channel. Got some more Jet gameplay for you going up against the Raiders here. And of course, anybody that uses the Raiders gets my immediate respect. If you're willing to use probably the worst team in the game, the only team that hasn't even won a game in real life, if you're willing to gamble an online game and risk your record with this team, you get my immediate respect. So this is actually, I think, the second time I've ever gone up against the Raiders. But I think the last time I did it, it was with the Panthers. So now I'm using the Jets, and I mean these are basically the two teams that I've narrowed it down to that I'm gonna be using for at least the near future. The Panthers, I mean they have everything that I need, and but they're also, I feel, to be almost a little too good because they have everything that I need. And every part of their team is good. And then the Jets, of course, are a little bit more of a challenge. I mean, they have Vic as the mobile quarterback, and that's the main thing I like about them. They've got they've got good running backs. The defense, at least in real life, is suspect, but in this game, it's not so bad. I mean, I can get them to cause turnovers and whatnot, and basically they've got what else they got? Well, the receivers are okay. I mean, Eric Decker, he's a pretty good receiver. I'm basically changed. There's been a lot of changes. This is I think my first game that I've recorded since my software went down, and there's been a lot of changes to the way I play now. Now that I've been playing against much better opponents. Actually, let me talk about this gameplay real quick. That was actually a very good goal line stand that I had right there. He milked the whole first quarter. I mean, as you can see, it's like halfway through the second quarter. I'm just now getting the ball, but he was on the 1 yard line, and I basically stopped him from getting in. And I didn't really do anything special either. I pretty much called the same exact goal line play, and I stopped him from getting in. So that was an example of, even though the Jets defense, I guess in real life, isn't that great, I managed to do something good with him. But getting back to what I was talking about, the changes that I've made in, I guess, like the way that I play now. Number one, I actually now use a custom playbook. Before, if you've heard me before in former videos, I used to talk about how I didn't use custom playbooks and particularly didn't like to play against people using them. The main reason why I didn't like to use them or play against people using them was because, at least in Madden of the past, it would lag the games. Custom playbooks would lag games and basically make the game impossible to play. I mean, I hate lag games. I hate when the game slows down like that. But in the PS4 version, that's not the case. Custom playbooks don't affect the gameplay at all, so that makes it fair play to use them. The second reason why I used to avoid them was just because it just seemed pretty overwhelming, and that drop kick right there pissed me off. Anyways, it just seemed really overwhelming, and because there's like thousands of plays, there's so many plays out there that I just didn't know what to use. I get the bomb right there to Decker. Like I said, he's pretty good at that. He's not as consistent with that as I'd like him to be, but I can throw some deep rocket catches to him like that, and I'll explain that. That's another change that I also have basically gone to. But back to the custom playbooks. Since I didn't know, since there's like so many plays, it was just so overwhelming because it's like, how am I going to decide which plays I want? But I managed to do it. I managed to figure out exactly what kinds of plays I want. At the end of the half, I get that deep bomb to Harvin, and there's a lot more coming from Harvin. That's why I call this game No Mercy Percy. He's, as you know, the Jets just acquired him from the Seahawks, and he he's a good addition for them. I mean, at least in Madden, since there's another cap from him. Uh, so the custom playbooks, I actually now have a custom playbook. It's pretty much all spread stuff. I mean, all of my running plays are option plays. They're either read option, and I mean the quick read option too. There's a couple of there's different types of read options. I actually screwed up that deep ball right there. That was all my fault. That wasn't. I can't blame it on the computer. I mistimed my jumping, which is just something I have to just continue to practice and perfect it if I'm gonna use this. Um, But let me see. So the read options that I was talking about, there's like the quick kinds, and then there's the slower kinds. So I have usually the ones that are done in the offset formations. Those are like the quicker kinds. So I have a lot of those, and I have a lot of inverted veers, and even a couple of midline read option plays. So those are all my running plays. I don't have any other kind of running play other than the goal line formation. And then other than that, I just have in those same formations just some man beaters, some unbumpable routes. I get the touchdown to Harvin right there. Again, that's why I was calling it no mercy Percy. So it's 14-0, and he now is gonna start getting aggressive and start throwing some bombs, and which I don't do the best job of defending, and he ends up making his way down the field. But getting back to my playbook, so again, I made a custom playbook, put some read option plays in there, and put passing plays that have man beaters in there. Because other than that, I'm just going to be doing rocket catches to the, to my wideouts. There's like the 9-yard rocket catch. There's the or actually, which ends up being like a 20-yard rocket catch. Then you have this more deeper rocket catch, and of course you got your end zone fade rocket catches. I mean, it's all kinds of stuff. This is what I used to do back in Madden 12 and Madden 13, and it worked for me. I would win like over 70% of my games. So I started doing that. So I'm back to that. That is my offense now. I'm going back to that because that works. Almost had another good goal line stand there, but he does end up getting it in there. But with only 3 minutes left in the fourth, all I need to do is just kind of run this clock out, and then I can go away with the victory. And so all I'm really trying to do is just run the ball. But I do find Harvin over the top here. He started, not run committing, but he was bringing all of his people up to the line. But then, of course, he gets the bomb right here. At this point, I started going to man defense. Normally I play zone, but then they have some really slow safeties. So that didn't work for me. So he's still in this game. I mean, it's 21-14. I mean, at first this game was lifeless. I mean, nobody even scored in the first quarter. But then now it's a 21-14 game. All I need to do, he's running out of timeouts here. If I can just get one more first down, I throw the hitch there to my tight end, and they gave me the first down there. So that was basically enough. And I just, get into the victory formation and pull out this win. So, I mean, this guy he was a pretty good player. He had about the same amount of skill points as me, but I do come away with the win. So I've got a good record with the Jets. They're I'm doing really well with them. I mean, I don't really understand why, because I couldn't do well with the Redskins. Did pretty well with the Jaguars, but I don't think I'm using them anymore. But got more videos coming, so thank you for watching.